Hey guys, this is Flashy, aka my name is James. Anyway, you guys know me. I got told that I should do a commentary, and so I thought I would try it once, put it on YouTube, and see, what type of feedback I get from everybody. This is just some random gameplay, just to let you all know. I was playing free for all, and I think I played domination a little bit later in the game. Um, this commentary is gonna be a little bit how I view trick shotting, I would say. And the reason, like, I don't want people to be like, oh, he's gonna talk about trick shotting. I want people to like just be open minded and you know kind of just like take this video into perspective of not only it's like get just a different view on what I'm seeing. All right, so here we go. The first thing I want to talk about is when people say like, "Oh, I'm gonna," you know, when people say like they don't think that they're good or they don't think that that they're really advanced at trick shotting. A lot of people that give perspective on shots. I mean, people act nice and that's cool, but when it comes straight down to it, if you think about it, like you know you can't just hate on someone's shots just because they're bad. It's like hating on someone because they play basketball and they're really bad at it. It's like you have to practice to get good at it. So I mean, I don't really see a point when people make fun of other people's shots or say, "Oh, you're bad," or if they join a clan, they're bad, because they couldn't get into the biggest clan ever because they're so bad at trick shotting. It doesn't matter what you think in a way, because I mean, people always want an like optimistic perspective. You know, like, oh, do you think the shot's good? People always rage on like private matches and stuff. It's like, oh, do you think the shot was good or stuff like that. And I really think when it comes down to it, it really matters what they think about the shot. If you think that shot's amazing or if you think that shot's good, then keep going for it. And when you finally hit that shot, you don't need someone else to tell you that that was good. You would know like inside that that was good. You don't, you can't just do that. And another thing that that kind of bugs me a little bit is when people are good and they say that they're bad. It's you have to give yourself some credit. Like you need to realize when you're good. I mean, I have some friends that think they're bad at special Call of Duty games, or they can't hit good enough shots, or they think, oh, the shot was bad, or they think, oh, I'm just too easy. Like like I hit shots that are like really simple and stuff, so I kind of feel like I don't do enough. It's not really about what you think. Um, when it comes out to like showing your videos, because you're always trying to like give it out to the crowd. You're always trying to like, oh, you're trying to put yourself out there. And I mean, as I said before, it's like not what people think about your shot, but the problem is like when you hit a shot, you think that it's bad. Like some people will think that, like, some people will say that you're bad so much and then you just start to believe it, so when you hit a shot you think it's bad. But that's the thing. When it comes to like making a shot, it's your choice. It's your perspective. It's what you think. And when you finally hit a shot, it's up to everybody else, because I mean, if it's a good shot, you'll get views. If it's not a good shot, you probably won't get views. And and you shouldn't take that into like a bad perspective, like, oh, I'm bad, or I can't hit good shots, kind of stuff like that. Because I mean, you can. It just takes time. So that's one thing that I kind of just want to get out there is keep trying. It's literally like I was saying, getting good at basketball. It takes practice. Trick shotting takes practice. I mean, I know it probably sounds kind of nerdy to talk about. Oh, I need to practice playing video games. That's kind of weird. I have more important stuff to do. But if it's something you like to do and something you want to progress in, that's something you have to practice at. You're not just going to get better. It doesn't just happen. And another thing I want to talk about is when this whole depression phase comes in. So when I mean like when people are just like, I'm bad at trick shotting, or I didn't get enough views, or I didn't get enough subscribers on my channel, people just want to quit Xbox. Why? Like, I want to know exactly like why people do that. Why do people hate on themselves so badly that they just want to quit Xbox? And more than half of the time, at least in my life, people always come back. People usually do. Like those like, oh, I'm leaving, and then like a week later they'll be like, I'm back at trick shotting, or like 2 weeks later, maybe a month later. I mean, I've done that. I've done that once, and I realized how stupid it was because I missed trick shotting, and I remember how fun it used to be. The only problem is when I left, I wasn't just leaving for my personal needs. Like, I didn't just affect me, I affected my friends. Like, I remember when I was in the clan with my friends, Cody, I was in my friends, Gage and Alex, and I was friends with all of them. And right now, I mean, Gage doesn't even know if he really wants to play that much anymore, and I understand because a lot of people hate on him. And people are just like, people are always just like, oh, why does he always leave? It's like, dude, you're probably the cause of it. You always tell him, like, it's like you always talk, like you don't usually talk to him, but you'll say like how bad his shot is or how gross, and stuff like that. And like, sometimes I just can't handle hearing it anymore, so I tell Gage, and he can't handle that shit when you talk behind his back. It's kind of like stuff like that. And like people will always say like people will always say that it just wasn't that fun for me. Like trick shotting got really boring, or it got really stressful in my life. Because of the whole sub thing, or because people think I'm bad, stuff like that. It's hurtful to people. Like, you don't realize that. I mean, it may be just a game, but if it's something someone's trying to progress in, I mean, people make jobs out of playing games. Whether you're a funny commentator or you trick shot for a living, like FaZe. So I mean, you need to take that in your little mind when you think about what you're gonna say to other people, because you got to realize that you're not just hurting them, that you're hurting, like, not just like the reputation by saying they're bad, but you're hurting their feelings as well you know so I mean, that's something that sucks. And to go back to what I was saying is, I when I left, when I was just like, oh, I'm done with trick shotting, which I can go into why I left in a different commentary if you guys would like. But anyway, when I left trick shotting, and I came back, my friends were gone, like most of them. Like, everybody quit Xbox, or some people were still going. A lot of my friends were still going, but I mean, the ones that meant the most to me don't even talk to me anymore. I don't get to talk to them. I don't get to see them. I think some of them deleted me. I mean, drama from the past has happened, and it kind of changed like everybody's perspective on gaming. Like, oh, he quit, so it's understandable. It's like when I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was looked up to by people, because I know, like, way back in the day. I mean, my first shot that I ever hit was so much NSL, and I got like a huge reaction out of it. It's like the best reaction I've ever gotten on a shot. You know. So I mean, I don't know. It was like a great experience for me to have all this, but it's just, I don't know if it's really worth, uh I don't know, like, it's kind of hard to explain, guys. When it's like when you start trick shotting and you make that fan base, or that friends or stuff like that, if you ever become more superior when it comes to trick shotting, people will like totally tell you, like, dude, you're great, or people will like freak out in a private match on your shot, like, oh my god, it's kind of like that. People always do that, and when you get into that spot, like, I know I'm not as good as some of my friends on my friends list. That's probably because I quit. I mean, that's kind of dumb because I came back like 6 months ago. But tell you the truth, when you quit like that, when you quit doing something you've been doing for 2.5 years, and then you just stop for like 2 months, you lose everything. I mean, people should know that from like playing sports. Like, when you stop, it's a sucky road back. Like, I mean, yeah, you might get a bit better, or people will be like, "Oh, you're good," but it's like, yeah, the point is I'm not as good as I used to be. It's like, don't tell me I'm good when I know I'm, not like, as great as I used to be. And I'm still trying to build myself back up to doing that. And I may not have all the time. Maybe that's why I'm not always online, or maybe that's why I don't upload a video to my channel all the time. But I mean, seriously, when it comes straight down to it, guys, it's like Xbox and trick shotting. I mean, trick shotting is like the most drama probably on Xbox. But I mean, when people quit Xbox, and they come back, just don't give them crap about it. Okay? I mean, it sucks, and I know it's really stupid. That's why I just came back and started trick shotting. I mean, I may not be the best, but you know, as I was saying, when it comes down to it, don't give people crap for leaving Xbox because, you're probably gonna end up leaving Xbox sometime in your life, probably. And if you do and you come back and you get all this shit, it's just like, what's the point of me coming back? And people like take it as like a social. They don't take it as like, oh, I'm gonna play games for fun or something like that, or I'm gonna be a tryhard now because they quit Xbox. And I'm sorry if I kind of go on a little bit. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I mean, I seriously, I think when it comes down to it, if you don't know what they're going through, you don't really have the right to say anything. So if they're not telling you something about in their personal life, then just leave it alone. Don't make fun of them. Don't add more pressure to them. It's really just a perspective thing. I mean, the relationships with trick shotting is kind of horrible. Literally, it's like it's seriously like the press and celebrities, legitly, like, because people will always bug them, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I want to quit," or people, and then like in the celebrity life, people will like OD or they'll do stupid shit just to get attention. It's kind of dumb, but I mean that's what people do and stuff. So I don't know, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.